Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? The Grand Dame has exited stage left. That's right, besties. Karen Huger has quit The Real Housewives of Potomac. She put out a statement after last night's episode, and this is what she had to say. After much thought and reflection, I have made the difficult decision to step away from The Real Housewives of Potomac. This journey has been nothing short of extraordinary, filled with unforgettable moments, personal growth, and of course, plenty of grand dame energy. I am forever grateful to my loyal fans, Bravo, and my amazing castmates for the memories and support over the years. While the chapter may be closing, my story is far from over. I am excited to focus on new opportunities, my family, and continuing to elevate my brand in ways that reflect my passion and purpose. Thank you all for your unwavering love and encouragement. The Grand Dame is not going anywhere, just evolving. Stay fabulous and always remember class and grace never go out of style. And that's that on that. Welcome, besties. You are behind the shade. Thanks for joining me. I review your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and haha and get into another episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 15, Old Rumors, DIE, Hard. Whew. Um, wow. Saw it coming, right? Karen has had 2 DUIs. There's a video of how she was acting online. She conveniently checked herself into rehab, maybe to avoid jail time. I'm not certain. There she does need to exit, even if it's just for one season. Like, just get it together. You need to get it together. Like Candace, she left to, focus on other things like having her baby. I think she could return. Maybe, maybe not. But if she does, we get it. Take a break, come back. Especially when life be life and DUIs, that's you got to take care of that. It would be almost inhumane for Karen to come back next season. Like, and I don't know if Bravo is being gracious enough to let her leave on her own versus being fired. Is there a level of integrity that Bravo has? Okay, great. But it may be because I think I remember they don't really like to fire you. They would just push you to quitting the show. Like, if they don't give you what you want to make, they'll make it to where you decide to leave. So I think that's their MO. So anyway, will the show be able to move on? Possibly. It's this season is very dry. It is very dry. And let's just get on into it. Do we like the title of the episode? No. Do we like the season? No. How would you rate this week's episode, besties? It was just, it gave filler episode. But I like the lightness of the episodes. I like how Wendy was acting so a little irrational about her flat tire. Like, she just was so out of the loop. And just I don't know. And Giselle with her daughters, and just just Karen and her mess talking crap to her husband, and just those kind of things. So let's get into it, because baby, let's get into it. Besties, make sure you drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought about this week's episode. Don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on so that you are notified each and every time I post my content. You already know, ding dong. So I'm trying to get away from that. It's kind of corny. Okay, so the episode starts off. Ashley meets up with the drag king who she admires. You know how they follow people on social media. Um, Ashley has always loved having a creative outlet and she wants to tap into her masculine energy. So the drag king is going to help Ashley get ready for her performance. You know, her masculine side is Ashton OP. Oh no, is it Ashton TOP? So this drag king is going to help Ashley with her routine. She will be performing her drag king routine and she's going to invite everyone. So then production does her video montage and it was just so insufferable. Ashley has no talent. She cannot sing and she just needs to try something different. Okay. But hey, maybe Ashley thinks she's a better talent as a man versus a woman. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But she won't stop. So Giselle and Wendy go over to K Stewart Beauty and Wellness. Honey, go on, Kiana. I love it. I love it. Kiana gives Giselle a tour before Wendy gets there and, you know, taking her around the place where she does waxing and lasering and all the whatever, the things, all the beauty and the wellness. So then Wendy pulls up. She has a flat tire on her Range Rover. She calls for service. Child, her account has expired. Okay. I was like, ooh, maybe you need to go back and get your job, girl. But remember, Wendy does not pay the bills. Happy Eddie is responsible for all the bills. Remember, she made that known when her and the ladies went to eat. It was Stacy, Giselle, and Karen, and she said, you know, how Stacy was saying how she don't even know how to pay these bills, and Wendy was like, yeah, me neither. I need to go home and ask Eddie because I wouldn't even know who the mortgage goes to. So, and even in Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked Wendy whose fault was that, and she said, Happy Eddie's. Yeah, because you don't have, there's less money coming in, girl. So she got, you know, he went ahead and renewed her subscription. They were coming out 30 minutes later. Kiana was like, oh my goodness, you ain't no diva today. That was cute. So what else happened? So Kiana tells them that Greg had dental surgery and he's recovering. And when they get married, he wants her to drop her maiden name. He wants her to carry his name, which is Diggs, and no hyphens. He don't believe in that. And you know, Greg is just such a caveman. And Kiana, we just need to know what is it about Greg? Because we, as the viewers, we don't see it for Greg. What where is this energy coming from? Was he raised by his great grandfather? Is he a serious country boy? Why are his values so old? You know, Greg, this is 2025. Your woman is a salon owner. She is a business owner. She is doing things. Her business name is her maiden name. She's not going to go through all the woes of changing that, you know? And Kay Diggs, beauty and wellness. Yeah, Kay Stewart, beauty and wellness sounds better to me. Of course, Kiana likes her independence, even though she was talking to the receptionist and said how July was a slow month. Um, you know, clearly Greg may want to take care of her. And so she said, retire me, boo. You know, like Tabitha did for her husband. She retired. What's his name? Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. You know, I don't want to keep up with people's names. But she retired her husband. He was a cop, a police officer. So she retired him. So I don't know if you want that. Greg probably will. But you know, Greg, I think he should date older. I really do. I think he wants a woman to cook and clean and be home all day, barefoot pregnant. That's what he wants. Kiana's not that type. When is this going to end? Okay. So then they change the subject and talk about how they noticed that Karen's look has changed. And, they said she's skinnier, is she on Ozempic? And so, they said, she's always sleepy. So Karen is like, oh, yeah, that's a side effect to be sleepy. And so Wendy's like, oh, I thought she was just stressed out from this case, all her stuff she's going through. That too, honey, that too. So, baby, the next scene is a scene I did not know we needed. I needed this scene, honey. I'm like, oh, I am here for the Ray and Gordon lunch date, honey. Let's tap into it. G, go off. Tell us what you want us to know. Because, baby, that girl been lying on you. And we know it because Mia be lying. Hey, Carlos King. So Ray meets G for lunch. They picking out some good food too. I don't even want to get into all that shrimp and grits with the cornbread and lamb chops and child yum. So they discuss Gordon picking up the kids while the ladies were in Panama. G said Mia's decisions were questionable about where those kids were going. So he went and got his children. So what it sounded like later on in the episode, it sounded like those kids would have been heading to Atlanta soon, you know. Because she did mention when she got back from Panama, she was going to go to Atlanta, of course, to see Ink. But her oldest son had a basketball game and she was going to do that. So maybe she was trying to have them at Jacqueline's sister's house for a moment. Maybe Ink was going to go get them, bring them to Atlanta, and she was going to meet them there. G said, I'm going to get my kids. So G also told us out of the month of June, there's 30 days. He had those kids 25 days out of the 30 days. Okay. And Ray was like, oh, well, I thought you guys were amicable. I thought everything was cool. The co-parenting was on point. And he was like, well, at first, when they were separated, Mia was taking the kids to Atlanta with Ink. And he was like, no, well, he don't feel comfortable. He said he doesn't know Ink well enough to know if he like him or not. But all he know is Ink and Mia has had several affairs and woo wah woo wah. So then G brought up, the whole issue if his son was his because there was an overlap and a possibility that Jeremiah could be Ink's. Well, honey, he went and got a paternity test. And so Ray was like, oh, you could do that without me? Did she know? He was like, I can do it without her consent. Child, we find out later it was a over-the-counter test. But so that's probably how that's not what they use at the lab. And I'm just saying, I mean, I'm sure there's some other magic that they do, but maybe cutting the hair to drawing blood, whatever. But the results were in. G is the father. So Mia, you can go ahead and run and do your Mari Povich. No! I want it to be X! Oh no! Well, sorry. Jeremiah looks like Gordon to me. Okay. So he showed Mia the results, honey. But Mia never said nothing. She kept that to her chest, okay? Ray remembers when Karen was pregnant with Raven, and Karen told him, blue eyes and gray eyes running her family. And Ray wasn't buying it. So I'm like, oh goodness, Karen, you've been cheating since the beginning of time. And so Ray was like, he ain't buying it. No. Don't know gray eyes and blue eyes running your family. And we all will agree Raven looks like Ray. Karen, you were saved. Okay. The forces were with you. So Gordon said since they separated, he is forced to deal with his bipolar, his manic thing. And since, they decided to break up, his thing was, well, I'm taking my meds. I'm doing my thing. I'm feeling better. I'm not being outrageous. So let's go to counseling and not get divorced. Okay. Because, Gordon doesn't want to be divorced. He's older than Mia. What is he supposed to do? He's almost 70. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just wants to just stuff this thing on out. So, Stacy Child goes to see an attorney. She wants to see about navigating her way through this divorce. So they discuss custody because that's what you do when you go see a divorce attorney, Stacy. So she does not want child support, but she wants alimony. And that makes no sense to any of us but Stacy. And okay, she thinks she knows her husband. You may know him, Stacy, but you don't know him in this light. Baby, divorce is going to change him. Now it's you versus him, honey. It ain't okay, girl. Anyway, the attorney is like, so tell me this again. What's your analogy? So she's all, I just don't think he'll be like he's gonna take care of Arabella. And yeah, he will never stop doing that. He does everything for her. So the attorney is trying to talk to her into getting the child support, also with the alimony. But Stacy is like, she trusts that her husband is always gonna take care of Arabella. And so the attorney is like, girl, get the child support and the alimony. What if he gets remarried or gets with a woman that don't want him spending money on that baby like that? Like, you got to take, what are the chances? He may change. He's going to change, trust me. And so Stacy asked her, what are the chances? And she said, every woman that has sat in my chair, the chances are 100 he will change. Get your child support and your alimony, girl. Things are going to change. They're changing now, Stacy, right in front of your eyes. Why do you think you are at the attorney's office? You was thinking before, oh, I can just use this mediator. Everything will be fine and fair and square. No, baby, this is war. Can somebody get that through her head? He can be nice now, but baby, once his money gets on that table, if someone said it, do you guys remember who said how divorce, once you put that money on the table, everything is going to change because he don't want to put his, was it Marceau? Talking about how it was somebody. I know I'm going to think about it like 6 hours from now, and I'm going to have to come back and tell y'all when I remember. Somebody was saying how when you put all that stuff on the table with divorce, it is going to change. Okay. So, and things are changing now. And so the attorney's like, girl, get the child support with the alimony. Okay. So Giselle is going shopping with the girls. They go to the Container Store because she's getting these girls ready for college. She lets us know, and if you didn't know, Giselle is a college graduate. She is a proud graduate from Hampton University, and one of her girls goes there. She has a degree in marketing, and I also believe she's an AKA. And so she wants to teach the girls about money and generational wealth. And so she's still in probate court with her dad's will because, it had been revoked, and right now, they're not getting anything. It's like they don't exist. So she's trying to fight that. So she lets the girls know she's going to buy an investment home near a Doors school. So the other one, I think that was Grace. She's like, well, what about me? And it's like, hold on, girl, let her, she got to do this thing in stride. She has 3 girls in college, and y'all all go to a different college in a different state. One is at Hampton in Virginia, one is at Spelman in Atlanta, and one is in Florida. Like, calm down, girl. We gonna get it together. You're not gonna stay there forever. You just gonna go to school for a couple years and woo woo woo. So they're just spoiled and they just acting how they act. I'm sure being a kid with twins, it seems like you probably maybe always have to fight for your position. I don't know. So, child, Stacy and TJ go have a little breakfast. And what has gotten into TJ? I know he's an actor. Is he acting or is he serious? I believe now, Mr. Guy, he wants to be seen, honey, by Stacy. Is there a conversation that we missed? Because it seems like literally the tables have turned. So TJ just asked her, why don't they really do anything? And it's like, huh? So Stacy's like, because I'm not divorced. And I thought it was a trick question, but I'm confused on why TJ is acting like Stacy and Stacy is acting like TJ right now. Like they're switching roles. So then she tells him, her soon to be ex husband is moving out of the house, the real house. Her and TJ hang out at her apartment in DC. So TJ, then he asks, well, can I come over to the house? And it's like, I'm sitting here like, huh? Okay, let's keep watching. So Stacy says it's too soon, with her daughter being there, because that's where the daughter lives, and she don't want to bring him in on top of her. Very good, Stacy. She says, that home is her sanctuary. Like she play in DC, but baby, this house by Ashley's house, this is the sanctuary where her and her daughter lay their heads. So he feels hidden. Chad, I'm like confused. You seem like you wanted to be hidden. So she like, you're my best friend. You're not hidden. And she asks, she asks him, what does he need from her to make him feel good? Excuse me. Was that a flirt? Or was that some emotional intelligence? Because I could see it both ways. So he said, tell people and tell your husband that we're dating. When did this happen? Can you tell us? Because I'm missing something. Besties, did we miss something? When did they start dating? He always made it clear that they were just best friends. But he has been touching her. Maybe he has been reading comments from us because we like, y'all don't touch. You don't tell her she's pretty. Wah, wah, wah. So he's been doing a little bit more of that, And so she said, and that will make you feel like what? So TJ thinks it will make her feel better. Huh? And so she's like, she's mourning her old life that she is now leaving behind. And so she has to process that. And she's moving slower, possibly more. She's probably moving slower than what TJ wants. And so he tears up a little bit and he tells her that, she's not alone. And he hopes she doesn't feel like he's pressuring her. And so she said, this is why I love you. And so she gets up and goes over there and they hug and fake kiss and blah, blah, blah. So then over at the Hugers household, honey, Karen is trying to find an outfit for Ashley's drag king show. She pulls out one of Ray's uh, suit shirts. And she's like, I can wear this, like a dress with some heels and da 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 da. So he's saying the husband thing. Oh, that's his shirt. I ain't want your man out. So then she pulls out another frontless tuxedo dress. The back is out, and he like, well, the front is out too. It's short. And then he tells us that she's been wearing short stuff lately. And she said, honey, that's my mating call for my husband, honey. I was like, girl, okay. And she tells him, I'm doing this for you. And he like, oh yeah. She trying to get a rise out of Ray, and I love it. So then they discuss Gordon and Mia's co-parenting style. Mia says she has full custody of the kids, and Ray was like, that can't be because he always has the kids, the 25 days out of the 30 days in June. He tells he tells Karen, he doesn't know Ink well enough for him to have his kids around without Mia. And so then he brings up the paternity test. He said, that's his kid. And Karen is like, wait, what? And so Karen says she realizes that Mia is a liar. Like, she didn't say any of that. She had them praying for her and worrying about her and her kids. And then Ray says, that they may stay separated, not divorced. And Karen says, Mia act like they're almost divorced, like it's almost final. And so, girl, Karen about to run with that. But let me pause real quick, besties. I meant to mention, I'm not sure if I mentioned it last week. I probably did because the YouTube streets are saying that Giselle is not fooling with Mia because it came out because I think it was edited in the show. In the show, the reason why Giselle was really, really like mad at Mia about talking about her kids is because Mia called her daughters um the more, I'll just spell it WHORES, called them that. And so that's really low. Don't talk about people's kids. And I just can't believe Mia doesn't have that kind of etiquette because she has kids. And then later on in this episode, she talks about Karen having etiquette and all this. It's like Mia is so, girl, please. Girl, please. Okay, so I wanted to mention that because I have a lot of notes. So it is Ashley's or Ashton or Ash TOP's drag king show. It's the day everybody shows up. Giselle shows up first. She has on, a hat and tie. So I think the dress code, excuse me, the dress code was to dress, kind of masculine. Nobody does it, just Giselle. But it was cute. Giselle was cute. It was cute with the little vest, the tie, and the hat. Cute. Kiana, I don't know. She came in as a dirty cowgirl, booty cheeks out, cowboy hat. I mean, Beyonce got all the girls wearing cowboy hats. It's summertime. I know it's hot in DC, but here we are. Wendy has on a green jumpsuit. She had made a mention to this is masculine energy because every masculine energy wants a hot ass. So that was her way. But her jumpsuit was cute. Wendy be dressing. She be cute. Um, Kiana says she's having a rough time with moving in with Greg. The adjustment is just taking forever. And he does not want to film with the show. And that makes, she says she's out a lot because she has to film with the girls. And I'm like, you be in a couple of scenes, but okay. So it's giving that, girl, y'all need to break up. Y'all can't even live together. He don't like your hustle. He's not gonna like anything you do that does not pertain to the household and his children, Kiana. He is looking for a step mammy. Okay? He don't want a self-employed, independent, beautiful woman. He wants a step mammy. He wants somebody to help him with them children, cook, clean, do the homework. Woo, woo, woo. You guys are not gonna make it. And I hope you guys do not get married because it will end. Okay, so he prefers her at home cooking. Greg, you should have dated older. That's what I say. I believe he needs to date older because he acts like an old man. And like I said, his great grandfather must have raised him. So Karen and Stacy shows up, and then Ashton shows up, but she's over there having shots with the other drag kings and all that. And we'll get into her look next week because this is a to be continued, child. Ashley mom shows up, but I don't see Uncle Lump yet. I want to see Uncle Lump. Is he gonna show up? I'm sure he will because he supports Stacy. Ashley. So Jizzy brings up to Karen about this Ozempic accusation. Karen says, "But diabetes runs in my family, and I'm prebiotic, and I don't want to be a diabetic." Did I say prebiotic? Pre-diabetic, and I don't want to be on the diabetics. I don't want that. I don't want it because it be that. And so she said it's something, but it's not Ozempic. And so they're like, well, what is it? And so she said it's semaglutide, and it's like, so it's Ozempic? No. So it's like Wendy and her confessional is like, well, I know there's other ways you cannot be a diabetic. It's called preventative, it's called, exercise and diet. And so Karen's like, it's preventative care. They're all like, yeah, preventative care. And so Kiana's like, yeah, that is the core ingredient for Ozempic. So they're like, well, you're on Ozempic. duh. And then Karen's like, right. Like, what? What roller coaster did we just go on? So, child, Mia and Jacqueline shows up, bodysuits, all this, all that. Mia, who is Maya? Mia looked cute. I'll give her that. She looked cute, her and her big feet. But Jacqueline's look was giving baby Apollonia 6. Ooh, she reminded me of the brown skinned girl that used to carry the teddy bear. That's what Jacqueline reminded me of. Besties, let me know if you guys remember Apollonia 6. So Karen pulls Giselle to the side and she tells her, thank you for being transparent about, asking me about my well-being. But let's get into this tea, honey. I got something to tell you what Ray told me, honey. So she was like, G got the kids. He's not really manic. I'm like, huh? Okay. Jeremiah is his, and they are not divorcing. Giselle says, say what now? So she been lying the whole time? Okay, check that tea. Let's go clock this broad. Let's go clock this broad. So Giselle confronts Mia about what she just heard, and Gordon says this, that, and a half. And so she said, you be lying the whole time. No divorce. It's on pause. Like, and so Mia said, who said that? Gordon said it. Ain't nobody divorcing. So then so Mia says, when is Gordon's word better than mine? I'm your friend. And so so Giselle like, well, you're a known liar. And so Wendy said, wait, what? Like, hold on, y'all. Let's go outside because it's loud in here. I can't hear. And I'm going to be saying, say that again. And I can't read lips that well. So let's go outside so we can hear. So they go outside in the back patio. So Mia's telling Karen, can you explain what you done told her? So they go back and forth and back again, honey. And so Karen's like, you this, you that, you not divorced, you got the kid, blah, blah, blah. And Mia's like, well, what about you, Karen, your DUIs and how you be sleeping with any man that gives you the D? It was like, wow, what is going on? Now, Mia, if you notice, Mia did not deny any accusation. She did not deny anything. And so we all know it's not a jab. That's what I didn't even write this, but Giselle said that in her confessional. We all know Karen got some DUIs. We know she hit a tree. She didn't hurt nobody. We know. And her having, woo-wah with other men, that's just, we know that too. It's not a jab. Child. So G said he watched his kids for 25 days. He got the kids because of ink. And the paternity test. He's the father. Here go her shadow. Here go her hype man, Jacqueline. Well, Mia said she wasn't ready to talk about it. So Giselle's like, oh, so you knew too? Well, I mean, if you really want to be frank, he did a home kit 2 days ago. I just found out 2 days ago. She just told me. So, oh my goodness, Kiana kind of just feels like we should not be discussing these kids. This is not cool. Mia decides she's walking off. She was like, you guys can discuss this without me. She left. She walked off. Okay. And it's a to be continued. And, this was a filler episode, besties. Not much is happening, but the season is going. We already on episode 15. So I think we should be wrapping up this season pretty soon. Should it be? Is next week a season finale? Like, what else do we need to discuss? I will say this. This season is not giving what it could have been giving. I just really thought that it would be good, great. No Robin, no Candace, but I know there's somewhere laughing because this is boring. I'm ready for the reunion. I'm ready for it to be over because it's just not giving what it needs to give. And that was the end of the episode, besties. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I'll be back with another episode of I'll be back with another review of Married to Medicine. Bye, besties.